how to make a plant-based homemade soy milk recipe from soybeans. Very nutritious, perfect for everybody, especially vegans. Best for lowering cholesterol intake and weight loss management. Hello everyone and welcome back to Queen Varieties channel, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to get instant notifications whenever I upload new videos. Feel free to share this video with your friends, loved ones and family members. Thank you. For this recipe, you need only 3 ingredients for preparation, and I will be using 4 cups of dry soybeans, which I have already soaked overnight, but you can also soak it between 8 to 10 hours. In this plate, you notice the difference in texture of the dry soybeans as compared to the overnight soaked soybeans. As you can see, the soaked soybeans is swollen and softer in texture and size. Also, the peels of the beans comes out easily, as you can see me peel it on the screen. But for this recipe, we will not be deskinning the beans at all, as most recipes require. For my recipe, we will not deskin the beans at all. Remember, we will also sieve the beans later. So the secret of this recipe lies in the cooking process of the soybeans. So transfer the soaked soybeans to your sink and wash it until the water runs super clean. Once the washing process is completed, now is the time to blend the soybeans. You need a very strong blender to do this job, and here I'll be using my Wilfer blender with 1400 high power to do the job. Now gradually scoop the beans into the blender and pour in a good quantity of water above the beans to enable the beans to blend properly. Remember, the beans has soaked long enough, so it is not difficult to blend this. Once the blending process is completed, pour out the milk into a large bowl or pot and continue till all the beans is completely blended. Let me remind you guys that making your soy milk is exactly the same procedure you take when you're making the tofu recipe. If you don't know how to make the tofu, I'll be leaving some links in my description box below. Please click them and check it out to see how you can make your tofu. So what I'm doing here, guys, is to introduce some good quantity of water inside this recipe to neutralize the potency or the thickness of the milk, that is the soy milk in this recipe. And there is no mathematics application to this other than that, depending on the quantity of soybeans you will be making, use exactly about half of the same quantity of water, to reduce the thickness of your milk. But if you want your milk to be very thick in this soy milk recipe, then I suggest you use lesser quantity of water. I just transferred the milk into a very large bowl, and like my tofu recipe, if you have watched that video, I tried to tell you that this is to enable the milk to flow as easily as possible, because here you can see releasing the milk from the soybeans is much more easier when you have added a reasonable quantity of water in this recipe. But please bear in mind that what we are making is soy milk, so you don't have to add too much quantity of water. At least half of the quantity of water you're using for the recipe, that is for your normal soybeans, is okay for it. As you can see, I have retransferred the Okara, that is the soybean chaff, back inside the large bowl and added some more quantity of water into it, because that chaff is still very milky and I don't want to lose any form of milk in this Okara. So detach some of the milk as much as possible as we go over to the next step. And here, guys, what I'm showing you is the Okara. That is what it is normally called. That is the chaff that has come out of the soybeans. This chaff is still packed with nutrients according to my research on Google. For vegans, it replaces eggs for recipes that require that. You can also use it for fertilization, that is manure. But for me, I throw mine away. So now we are ready to start the last segment of preparation, which is to transfer the soy milk on top of your heat and begin cooking on your highest heat. And as you can see, I did not fill my soy milk to the pot extreme. So your duty is to make sure that you stir this pot as much as possible during the cooking process in this segment of preparation. Please do not leave this pot on heat and go doing something else, in your sitting room, or try doing any other thing. You have to sit very close to this pot, because once this pot begins to boil, it can boil over depending on the quantity of milk you have added in your pot. So irrespective of the quantity of soy milk you're making, the idea here is to cook this recipe until you notice that the milk has started boiling. This is very, very necessary for this recipe, so that you don't drink uncooked soy milk. Remember, the soybeans is from the beans family, and it can cause a lot of problems in the stomach, or you can even taste the raw taste if you don't cook it appropriately. So please make sure you cook this recipe until you see those slimy substances you're seeing on the screen at this point in time. Yes, that is an indication that you have reached a certain point where your soy milk has been cooked effectively. For this quantity, I cooked about 1 hour 45 minutes, and those slimy substances you saw on the screen, guys, is highly nutritious, so I will still leave it back in the milk recipe there, because it's going to melt back into the recipe. So please, before you remove your milk from heat, taste it to make sure that you don't taste any raw taste of the soybeans. After removing the milk from heat, now I am going to sieve the milk once again to make sure it comes out, as smooth as possible, so that some of the particles that might have come under the pot during the cooking process will be eliminated. So this step is very, very necessary. Because the milk is hot, I will use that thing you're seeing on the screen right now. I can't remember the name right now, so I'll use it to squeeze out the milk from the cloth. Here is the particles that was sieved out of the cloth. So this is why it is very, very important that you sieve at the end of the cooking process once again. So try your best and scoop out some of the foams from the milk, and those foams, guys, is still milk. So I'll add some sugar to this recipe and some vanilla essence to sweeten this soy milk, just like the store sold milk. And here I am retransferring the foams, guys, because you can see it has released the milk once again. I don't like wasting anything at all in my kitchen. In fact, everything is very, very important, so try your best and minimize wastage. So here I am stirring everything to combine effectively and appropriately, and here you have it, guys. Our milk is ready. So delicious, so yumnicious, so refreshing, guys, and highly nutritious, flavor packed. In fact, this homemade recipe is tastier than the soy milk you buy from shop, full of additives, preservatives, or whatever tips that are inside it. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode. I really hope you have enjoyed today's recipe. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to get instant notifications whenever I upload new videos. Feel free to share this video with your friends, loved ones, and family members. Until I come your way next time, bye bye.